Ya udah kembali menerusi rancangan Rampai Pagi. Alhamdulillah kita mengikuti telah berada di hari yang ke-20 di bulan November 2020 bersamaan dengan 4 Rabiul Akhir 1442 Hijrah ya. Dan alhamdulillah
untuk di pertemuan kita di hari ini alhamdulillah telah pun kita berikan kepada Auda di mana akan dapat kita ikuti bersama satu segmen wawancara sebelum kita menutup tirai Rampai Pagi di edisinya hari ini, di mana akan menyentuh sedikit sebanyak mengenai hari ulang tahun Kebangsaan Kesultanan Oman ke-50. Dan bersama kita pada hari ini
alhamdulillah kita hari ini bersama dengan tuan yang terutama Syekh Ahmad bin Hashil bin Rashid Al-Maskari, iaitu Duta Besar Istimewa dan Mutlak Kesultanan Oman ke negara Brunei Darussalam. Alhamdulillah ya.
Dan juga Auda insyaAllah akan dapat kami bawakan kepada Auda dalam bahasa Melayu, bahasa Inggeris, dan juga pengertiannya insyaAllah dapat kami kongsikan bersama Auda dalam bahasa Melayu. Baik, Assalamualaikum and good morning. Thank you, Your Excellency, for coming in Rampai Pagi today. And we're going to talk a bit about National Day in Sultanate of Oman in today and in this year actually. And then the first thing, as far as we know that today this year is basically the golden jubilee of the Sultanate of Oman.
That's right.
So maybe the viewers right now, they actually want to know, they want to feel like they want to be in Oman while we're talking in here.
That's right.
So would you tell more about the Sultanate of Oman?
Thank you very much, first of all, for giving me this opportunity to come to this very wonderful experience for me. First time to be in Rampai Pagi.
Yeah.
And Oman, of course, yes, it's far away from Brunei, but we are very close in heart with each other. It's in the Arabian Peninsula. It's bordered from the land with Yemen, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. From the sea, we have Iran, Pakistan, and India. So it is a country which is deep-rooted to the Arabia, but also open seas towards the other cultures like the Persian and the Indian, and of course the African culture. That's why we classify Oman as a country of mixed culture. And we have, of course, been a country of deep history, and we, alhamdulillah, with our connection with the world, we have been able to have also good connect with the Far East. From our history, we know that many Omanis over the maybe more than 1,000 years commuted and traveled from Arabia to this area, especially the Malay area, and also to China and other places. Probably we think that we have participating in enriching also the Malay culture from an Islamic point of view.
So by that, can you, you said just now that you're so close with Negara Brunei Darussalam, you know, but how can you tell that we are that close?
We have few elements to show that we are in common. Actually, one of them is the ruling system. Oman and Brunei are the only two sultanates in the world today.
That's true.
Who are registered in the United Nations, Sultanate of Oman and Sultanate of Brunei. And that's also one common ground that we can see, we call it the Islamic Malay monarchy and the Arabic Omani monarchy. And they both are Sultani ruling system. But also, of course, apart from that, which is also very, very important, is Islam. You know, we're a Muslim country, both countries. And when I walk into Bruneian homes, I don't feel myself strange. The way you greet people, the way you know, host people. I feel when I go to Bruneian homes as if I'm at home. So the relationship between Oman and Brunei started 36 years ago, and since then we have seen many cultural and social and economical exchange, and a lot of people-to-people exchange. Probably we are here about 10 of us in this room, but I'm sure one of you would say, yes, I have somebody who been to Oman, or I know someone who visited Oman, because of that connection between the two countries. So yes, 6,000 away, kilometer away from each other, but I think we are very close to each other.
Ya, Alhamdulillah. Jadi pada tahun ini menandakan ulang tahun ke-36 yang penumbuhan hubungan diplomatik di antara Kesultanan Oman dan Brunei Darussalam, dan kedua-dua negara telah menjalin hubungan diplomatik pada 24 Mac 1984, dan sejak itu hubungan dua hala sentiasa stabil dan kukuh dan telah mencatat pencapaian yang menakjubkan. Dan nanti kita akan bertanya kepada Tuan Yang Terutama mengenai dengan pencapaian yang telah pun diraih di antara Brunei dan juga Oman. Ya.
Okay, Your Excellency, up until this year, or maybe because this is very different, a bit different, we know there's no event that have been held in Negara Brunei Darussalam about Oman. Up until last year last year in 2019. By far, so far, what's the achievement that been we seen in MOU or Memorandum of Understanding between Oman and Negara Brunei Darussalam?
Yeah. Well, we have more than 10 MOUs between the two countries. That is, papers have been signed and sealed. But to me, as an individual, I would say MOU is a platform to start doing activities. We have been doing in the last 36 years many activities. I would just make it brief. I would talk about this 6 years where I have been the ambassador of Oman and Brunei. We have been very active in social and cultural activities. Probably something which worth mentioning today is the Oman Cultural Week, which we had in 2015. It was a very good event where we brought artists, we brought this type of photos, and we had an exhibition at ICC for more than 1 week. And we had also a musical performance during that time. We also had only last year in 2019, Oman was participating at Brunei Book Fair as a country of honor. And that is something which is happening for the first time. That a Brunei Book Fair invite a country to be as a country of honor in Brunei Book Fair. So that's a unique thing. Of course, we have been also doing a lot of activities during that event. We show our culture, we showcase our musical performance. We had a very nice musical performance during that event. And also, one of the traditional food in Oman, we call it halwa. So we brought the halwa maker, and he was making halwa at the ICC outside. And I think, I don't know if any one of you guys have had the chance to eat halwa during that time.
I never tasted it.
You did? Yeah, well, I will send you some from my home.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. But also, before finishing out of our activities, which I think I'm proud of, as an ambassador, the exchange of students between Brunei and Oman. We have Bruneians who go and study in Oman Arabic language, and also they go to Oman Sultan Qaboos University and Nazwa University. And we have also in return students from Oman who come to study here at UBD and UTB. From the brief which I shared with you before I came to the studio, as you know that we have this 5 book corners in different universities. This is also a unique activity for Oman Embassy. So 1,000 of books are now in different libraries, starting from UNISA, ending to UTB. And this year we had a new book shelf has been established at Brunei Defense Academy, Defense College as well.
So basically, like you said, okay, but like you said, the 5 Omani publication corners that being placed in various places, is it written in Arab, or the language is in Arab, or also
it is both,
translate to English?
Arabic and English. Although it talks about Oman and about the Arabic culture, but the books actually, I would put it in ratio about 80-20. So 80% of books are in Arabic, 20% are in English. So, for example, when we wanted to give books to UNISA, because there are a lot of Arabic-speaking students there, so we give them all in Arabic. Almost 90% of the books are in Arabic. But when we send books to UTB, the ratio changed. Yeah, so there are more books in English than Arabic. So that's the way we distribute it. And also, the corners focus on what are the needs of that specific library.
Yeah, so that means it's relevant for that place, like in UTB, maybe basically in engineering or something like that.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So that's the thing that we have been explained. So, maaf, sebenarnya itulah yang telah pun dijelaskan kepada kita di pagi ini bersama dengan yang tuan yang terutama Syekh Ahmad bin Hasnil bin Rashid Al-Maskari, Duta Besar Istimewa dan Mutlak Kesultanan Oman ke negara Brunei Darussalam.
Inilah antara pencapaian yang telah pun dikongsikan oleh tuan yang pertama, iaitu adalah Oman dan Brunei telah mementerai berbagai perjanjian kerjasama dan memorandum persefahaman yang telah memperkukuhkan kerjasama lebih erat dengan dalam berbagai bidang, dan juga pencapaian dari segi kerjasama kebudayaan, pertukaran pelajar, dan dari aspek mempromosikan kebudayaan dan warisan saintifik Oman, dan juga antaranya adalah pencapaian dari segi kerjasama pertahanannya, iaitu Angkatan Bersenjata kedua-dua negara sering mengambil bahagian dalam kursus dan acara tentera lain serta latihan di Oman dan Brunei. Itu antara pencapaian yang telah pun dicapai lebih dari 30 tahun penubuhan hubungan diplomatik di antara Brunei dan juga Kesultanan Oman. Dan juga kita difahamkan di mana Kesultanan Oman menyambut ulang tahun Hari Kebangsaan ke-50 pada 18 November yang lalu. And Your Excellency, we congratulations on celebrating 50 wonderful years of prosperity and development. Then could you enlighten us on some important points on the Sultanate's journey during the past 5 decades?
Thank you. Oman, when we spoke about Oman National Day, which is the 50th anniversary, that is marking the day when His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, the late Sultan Qaboos, took power in Oman in 1970. So we started celebrating the National Day since then. Now that is a new tradition, but that doesn't mean Oman only was established in 1970. Oman is a country of rich history. There is something unique which I would share with you. Probably many Bruneian viewers may not know that Oman is one of the countries which have received a written letter from Prophet Muhammad ﷺ requesting the King of Oman at that time to embrace Islam. Yeah, and Prophet Muhammad ﷺ sent those letters to only kingdoms who were existing at that time around Arabia. So he sent to, of course, to Rome, to Oman, to the Persian, and to Yemen. So that gives you how deep the history of Oman. Now, establishing the tradition of having a National Day started in 1970, and since then we are celebrating Oman National Day. Today we have marked the 50th anniversary with a new ruler of Oman, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. We took a decision in Oman not to have physical celebration activities due to the pandemic. And therefore, also even in Brunei, usually we do celebrate Oman National Day, but unfortunately, because of the pandemic, even here in Brunei, although we are living in a country there is no COVID, but still we have follow suit the instruction of our country that we should not celebrate the National Day. For that reason, I thought we have to celebrate in a different way, and they have came here to celebrate with you the National Day. And of course, you have seen these photos.
Yes,
maybe if you wish, I can explain to you.
Actually, I'm very interested. I want to ask the question since the beginning, because I want to know about the Oman. I want to know in deep about the Oman. But at least with the pictures, can Your Excellency explain?
Let's help me to do a little bit of presentation. So you have there the Grand Mosque at the back. The Grand Mosque is one of the largest mosque in Oman. It's actually the largest. And it takes about 25,000 people prayers. There are prayers for, it's a complex actually. There are library, there are auditoriums, there are places of doing convocation and this type of activities. And the carpet inside that mosque, the masjid, that masjid, Jama, we call it Jama al-Sultan Qaboos, is the largest one single carpet in the world.
Wow.
It's written in Guinness Book of Records. It's huge because you have a carpet which is fit for 20,000 people to pray in.
Just one carpet.
It's one thing. It's a beautiful carpet as well. It was ordered and sewed in Persia, in Iran. We have the second photo, which is also a beautiful photo, which tells you how the mountains in Oman. So that is on the top of the mountains. It's 3,000 meter high. And when we talk about Oman development, so that much high, it is far away from the capital. It's almost you need to drive to go there. You need about 2 hours. But there is power, there is water, there is internet, and people living, and roads, of course, asphalted road, and living. So that's one of the key development in Oman, that we have good infrastructure in the country. Alhamdulillah.
Very interesting. So actually, Your Excellency, we have only less than 4 minutes. Okay. So can you present another picture?
This photo here, the Opera House. This is also a unique building in Oman. It's a musical and performance and opera house. Yeah, this one. And my passionate photo. This is the camel, because this is an animal you shouldn't have it here in Brunei.
The animal that don't have in Brunei.
And this animal is the common animal in Oman. It's a friendly animal. We have camel race. We have camel lunch meat from the meat of the camel. Of course, one of the unique things that the milk of the camel is different from the normal milk from cows and goats. It is good for diabetics. Worldwide is known. So people in Oman, they drink a lot of camel milk, more than cow and goat's milk. So I thought to share that photo with you because it's a unique animal and it's something which good for Brunei to know about.
Okay, and then there's one picture that Your Excellency explained it in the beginning, that about these pictures, that these pictures held one building that this waterfront, of course there is the old mosque there. It's about 200 years old. 200 years old.
And the Corniche is a waterfront not far from the port. But it is about 8 kilometers long, and a lot of activities. You can see the boats, or the dhows there. It's a unique place. It's a meeting point for many people in Muscat.
Jadi itulah antara tempat-tempat yang antara tempat-tempat yang menarik yang kita dapat saksikannya menerusi gambar-gambar yang terdapat di Kesultanan Oman. Dan pastinya Muammar, banyak sebetulnya yang dapat kita perolehi pada hari ini info dan juga tempat-tempat menarik, dan juga sedikit info mengenai dengan pertubuhan hubungan diplomatik di antara Kesultanan Oman dan juga Brunei Darussalam yang ke-30 tahun, dan juga hari ulang tahun Kebangsaan Kesultanan Oman yang ke-50 tahun.
So actually, Your Excellency, we are ending the Rampai Pagi right now, but before that, we give time to maybe you have maybe a closing speech for those who Omanian that came in Brunei Darussalam.
Well, first I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I would like to also give my thanks and appreciation to Brunei government. We are here as Omanis, we feel at home. We have been living a very enjoyable life, whether as diplomats or as common people. As we said, there are a lot of people-to-people exchange. So the Omanis who are living here, although they come here for usually 3 to 4 years, but many of them, they ask to exchange and extend their period. It happened to me myself. I'm supposed to be an ambassador of Oman for 3 to 4 years, and this is now I'm closing to the 7th year. So it tells you how much I'm relaxed and happy to be in this beautiful country.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Dan kita mengharapkan mudah-mudahan persahabatan dan kerjasama di antara Kesultanan Oman dan Brunei Darussalam akan terus berkembang lebih erat. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for coming here.
Thank you.
Baik, itulah Auda yang telah pun kita ikuti bersama dengan Tuan Yang Terutama Syekh Ahmad bin Hasil bin Rashid Al-Maskari, Duta Besar Istimewa dan Mutlak Kesultanan Oman ke negara Brunei Darussalam. Semoga apa je perkongsian kita pada hari ini memberikan sedikit sebanyak informasi kepada Auda, dan mungkin pada ketika ini membawa Auda untuk mengetahui lebih lanjut apa sebenarnya negara Oman ini dan apa yang menariknya di negara Oman ini. Dan semoga Auda dapat bersama kami lagi bersama dengan rakan tugas yang lainnya di besok hari dan juga hari-hari seterusnya di Rampai Pagi mengongsikan informasi dan bahan semasa khas untuk Auda.
Baik, kita akan mengakhiri dengan wabillahi hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kita jumpa lagi.